Okay, hello, welcome to Heal and Ascend Tarot. So I hope everyone is doing well. Today is going to be a pick a card reading, and we're going to be asking the question, are you on the right path? Okay, so this could be in regards to anything really. It could be, are you on the right path when it comes to your career, when it comes to love, when it comes to your health, or it could just be overall general, like, you know, am I on the right spiritual path right now? So there's 3 piles here, okay? We have pile 1, the pyrite, we have clear quartz, and then we have the rose quartz here. So just take a moment to see which one resonates with you the most, what crystal you're drawn to, what pile you're drawn to, okay? If you guys want to book something personal, as always, my information is down below in the description box. Okay, but I'm just going to move these over. All right, so let's take a look. If you guys chose this crystal here, let's see, are you on the right path? All right, so first card out, we have consciousness, great gratitude. Number 4, we have 35, the root chakra. We have winter. We have powerlessness. The 10 of Wands. And we have the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so right off the bat, what I'm already getting from this energy is a lot of you right now are feeling very overwhelmed. So you're asking this question, you know, am I on the right path? Because you're feeling overwhelmed with the things that are going on in your life. Some of you may be feeling quite powerless, okay? Because there's an area of your life that feels like it hasn't been moving. I'm getting a sense of someone who's been working hard on something. I'll use an example. This doesn't have to be for you. But let's say that you've been working hard to buy a home, okay? And as much as you try to work or, you know, get the raise, or maybe you're in like commission-based sales or something like that, right? As much as you try to save money or to make money, you just feel like nothing's moving. You feel like you're kind of stuck in time. There's no progress. At least from your perspective, you're feeling like, wow, I've put in all this effort, or I've done all these things, but why is it not changing? Or why is like my financial situation staying the same? So what's happened is, like, a lot of you guys are feeling really powerless right now, okay? Because things haven't been moving as fast as you want them to. And I'm seeing that with the 10 of Wands, you've sort of accumulated this burden. Okay, keep in mind this could be related to love as well, so just take it how it resonates for you. I'm just using that as an example. I'm not necessarily saying it has to do with money, but we do have the root chakra here, so it very well could be related to money, okay? But with the 10 of Wands, you guys have sort of accumulated this burden and you haven't released it. So it's like built and built and built and built. And, you know, with the 10 of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles, to me, these are 2 cards of someone who's very overwhelmed. They've got a lot on their plate. So are you on the right path? I wouldn't say you're not on the right path. I would say that so it's almost like the action that you're taking, because I think a lot of you guys are taking action. I think a lot of you guys are working really hard towards something. That is good. That's on the right path. It's just your attitude or your perspective that needs to shift. And what you're needing to shift into is this gratitude consciousness, okay? So for a lot of you, I just saw 333, so that could be relevant. But for a lot of you, you've been in this feeling of powerlessness, okay? So it's like you try to take action, but you're in the lack consciousness. You're in a state of powerlessness. So anytime you take action when you're in powerless, you're only going to get more of that. So that's why a lot of you guys are thinking, wow, why do I keep doing things and nothing changes? Because it's your state that changes something. So what you're needing to do is actually be grateful for what you have now. And a lot of you may not resonate with that, or you may, not to say that you're not going to resonate, but you may not want to do that. Okay, because you may think, oh, well, if I'm happy with what I have now, then nothing's going to change. But actually, this is the opposite. If you become grateful for what you have now, even if it's little to nothing, this is the consciousness that's going to shift you into more things to be grateful for. And then all of that action that you're taking is actually going to benefit you. So are you on the right path? Yes and no. You're just needing to shift your perspective. I think for a lot of you guys, you are very focused on primal things. With the root chakra, you're focused on you're focused on your stability. You're focused on things that are practical right now. You're focused on things in the real world at this point. You may not be fully focused on spirituality, a little bit, but I think a lot of you guys, what you're asking about is, are you on the right path when it comes to the physical world? okay? And you're halfway there, I would say. I just think you guys need to shift your perspective a little bit. But for a lot of you, I think this is going to be related to money, okay? And finances and that, and home life, that kind of thing. Okay, I do see things changing. They may change in the winter time for some of you guys. If you guys shift your perspective, you could see results quite quickly is what I'm feeling from this energy. Okay? So that is what I have for number 1. So I hope it resonated. If you guys want to book a personal reading, my information's down below. Okay, I'm going to move on to pile number 2. So if you guys chose the clear quartz, let's take a look. Are you on the right path? We have number 3, cycle increase. We have journey, number 5. Or sorry, number 2. I was reading that backwards, but I still think that's a number 2. We have fresh start. We have the devil. So we've got Capricorn energy here. You could be a Capricorn. Maybe you're inquiring about a connection with the Capricorn. We have the 6 of Swords. Okay. And lastly, we have pressured. Okay, so the question today is, are you on the right path? I think you guys are right at that crossroads where this is a really interesting pile, actually. So for you guys, it could go either way, and you're at that brink where it's like, okay, am I gonna keep going down the path of temptation, the path of, you know, quick gratification, or am I going to follow what my soul's calling is? Like with the journey here, this would indicate that yes, you are on the right path, okay? However, we have the devil here with the 6 of Swords, and I'm noticing this with the pressured card here as well. Some of you guys are feeling kind of compelled to go back to like old toxic ways. So this could be like back to an old toxic relationship. This could be a toxic job that maybe you left, but you want to go back because of the money, whatever it is. Some of you guys are very tempted right now to stray away from your healing path, is what I'm sensing. And you might be feeling a lot of pressure. Right now, I think that you are on the right path. So if you have chosen the path of healing, if you have chosen the path of your soul, if you have chosen the path of spirituality, I do sense that you're on the right path. And I do think that there's a lot of healing that will come out of this. I think that you still have quite a bit of healing to do, is what I'm getting. But you have a choice. You're at this point where it's like, you could start fresh. You could have something new, but it would be new. So sometimes we don't really want to go the path of the unknown because we don't know what's going to come, right? So some of you might be wanting to go back to something that isn't healthy for you. You might be wanting to go back to something that's kind of toxic for you, and it's more about familiarity. It's more like, well, this is a path that I know. Whereas if I go down this other path, I don't know what I'm gonna get. So a lot of you are thinking that the familiar path is the better path, but I feel like you're needing to leave this baggage behind. There's something that you're needing to leave behind in order to move forward and in order to have a fresh start. So you guys are right at that peak. It's like, do I wanna go back to the old where it is tempting, right? There's something that's tempting you. It could be a person, it could be money. But I feel like if you don't, and if you keep walking this path, things are just going to get better and better and better for you. And I just keep hearing like it's going to get better and better. Like you don't even realize. If you notice here, this increase, this is someone who's walking down to this beautiful mansion, and there's all these jewels along the way. There's so much good things coming. There's so many, good things coming for you guys. But you may not see it quite yet. And that's the thing. So are you on the right path? Yes, you are right now, but some of you might be wanting to steer off the right path because there's this pull towards the old. So if you keep going the path of your healing and doing things kind of differently, whatever it is that's different for you, I feel like if you keep following what's different or what's new, that's the right path for you. So if you're kind of wondering, if you're at a crossroads, the path that you need to take is the path that's new. It's the path that you haven't taken before. Because if you keep taking the path that you've already taken, you're gonna keep getting the same results. And there might be a gratification in it, but I feel like it's short term. The devil's never a long lasting gratification. It's very short term. And typically there's a cost. to giving into the devil energy. Okay, but that's what I have for you guys. So I hope that that was helpful. If you guys want to book a personal reading, my information's down below. But let's take a look at number 3. So if you guys chose the rose quartz, let's see. Are you on the right path? So we have status quo. Number 2, cycles. We have number 42, woman holding a coin. We have divine feminine. We have timid. We have the Queen of Wands. And we have the Chariot. Cancer energy. Also Aries, Leo, Sagittarius coming through here. Okay. All right. Are you on the right path? I gotta say, I feel like you are. I feel like a lot of you are stepping into this divine feminine energy. So keep in mind, we all have feminine and masculine energies. Some of us embody feminine energy more. But then there's a difference between being in tune with our feminine energy and stepping into our divine feminine energy. And a lot of you guys are stepping into that divine feminine energy. You're really finding who you are. You're really owning who you are. A lot of you could have your career intact. With the woman holding a coin, a lot of you could be very financially stable or very well on your way to finding financial stability. Like you've got a plan and you're taking action and it's working. As well as with the Queen of Wands, a lot of you are coming through as very confident right now, very much in your power. Very enthusiastic about life is what I'm seeing here. And the Chariot is telling me that you're pushing through all obstacles. There's nothing getting in your way right now, okay? The only thing that I would say here for you guys, if you chose this pile, is that there is a little part of you that's kind of afraid of this energy, right? So when you tap into your divine feminine energy, it's big, right? Like people pick up on that energy. It's hard to miss. And sometimes that means you're a bit in the spotlight. Sometimes that means that all eyes are on you at times. And so I'm getting the sense that a lot of you, out of fear, are kind of retracting into that shy, timid energy, maybe trying to blend in, right? So when you step into this divine feminine energy, you don't blend in, and that's the whole point. You're not supposed to, okay? You're not supposed to blend in. You're walking your own path, and that becomes very clear to the people around you. So this is where you're heading. This is your path, and I feel like you guys are moving there quite quickly, okay? But then there's this energy of, I kind of want to blend in again. I kind of want to go back into the status quo. I don't really want to break the rules right now. And that's coming from this timid energy. It's almost like you're afraid of your own power here. I don't think that this is a huge obstacle for you guys. And like I said, I think for most of you, you're going to overcome all of these obstacles. This just might be the next obstacle that you have to overcome. But I feel like you guys are very powerful. You guys are very, very, very powerful, because it's like you've got your career down pat, or you're moving towards it. You guys are very confident here in your own energy. Physically, Queen of Wands, I always see the Queen of Wands as someone who's very physically attractive, or someone who's very in tune with their physical body, right? Because we have to keep in mind, if you're tapping into the divine feminine energy, that's mastering mind, body, and soul. So it's not just about having, you know, a great physique. It's also about having a great mind. It's also about being intuitive, being kind, being generous. It's the whole package, really. So a lot of you guys are stepping into that energy, and you are just moving. Like, I mean, with the Chariot, I think you guys are definitely on the right path, okay? The only thing, again, I'm just going to repeat it. The only thing I would say is just don't minimize yourself. Like, don't fall into the crowd. I know sometimes it's easy to do that, because sometimes it's scary to be on the leading edge and doing things differently, setting the tone. A lot of you guys are leaders. A lot of people follow you, okay? And I don't mean like on social media, although that can be the case. I just mean a lot of people look up to you and a lot of people follow you. So keep walking your path, okay? Try not to fall back into this, okay? I don't think you guys will. This is just kind of a heads up that there is a little part of you that might be a little bit scared of your own energy, because it's very powerful. But I think you guys will get over this. It's something that you will overcome anyways, but you're definitely on the right path, okay? So that's what I have for number 3. So I truly hope that these readings were helpful for you today. If you guys want to book something personal, my information is down below in the description box. all right? But I'm sending you absolute love and light, and I wish you all of the best on your journeys. Take care.